Black women just lost their jobs this year, and nobody at the top is calling it for what it is. Give me 60 seconds. This one is diabolical. The news says it's just the economy slowing down. Companies are saying that they need to restructure. Let me tell you what they won't. This is a purge. Black women's unemployment is at the highest level since the greatest recession. And most of these women are educated. They have degrees, decades of experience, leadership track records, and the AI wave hasn't even started yet. The CEO at Anthropic just said AI will replace half of all white-collar jobs in 5 years. Half. And the sectors on the chopping block are the exact ones Black women fought their way into. It's a disturbing trend on LinkedIn right now. Black women are posting what look and read like suicide notes on their profiles. Things like, I've drained my savings. I'm a week away from being evicted. I'm down to my last dollar. The corporate ladder was never built for Black women. You've spent your whole career climbing a structure built on a lie. Twice the work, half the protection. And look at this. The first one cut when the music stops. That's not a glitch. That's the design. Here's my message. Stop climbing it. Build something they can't fire you from. Knowledge becomes a product. Experience becomes income. I'm showing 100 Black women how to use AI to build something before the next wave hits. I'm in voice. Let's lock in.
Shalom, shalom. First off, we give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Akakadash. Yahweh be the true name for the Father. Yahweh Shai be the name for his only begotten Son, who the world eagerly calls God, and Jesus Christ. I want to give double honors to our apostles, double honors to our elders, a great millstone, that taught us truth and will well, and citations to hopeful light, which is truth and honesty, sincerity. This is Billy Yosap, because you know this is the spirit power of Yahweh Hashem, Yahushai. And lessons through the spirit. When the Akim shared this clip and did a lesson on it, and want to do a piggyback on it as well. The video is talking about 600,000 Black women being out of work. 600,000 Black women being out of work. Okay, so that's pretty crazy, man. This was in 2025, and I remember towards the beginning of 2025, it was like 100,000 had lost for the first couple months. So this is the final number. Okay, and now we're in 2026. And this lady spoke on it just last month. Okay, and there's no amount of training on AI that's gonna pull you out of this reality that's going on right now. She talked about she has the answer for you, because the jobs for AI and all that stuff is eventually going to crumble. Why? Because they can't continue to use that technology that much because of the resources that it's draining just to use it. And ultimately, the spirit and demons are going to hop on those things and malfunction and go south. I think just like 3 pumps of ChatGPT literally consumes like a whole bottle of water, just 3 prompts. So right now there's a huge danger of drinking water shortage, so they're going to have to let that shit go. They're going to have to put heavy restrictions on it. It's not going to be just accessible for everybody. The price for that technology is going to go up. It won't just be free, okay, because it's causing damage. There's one thing you can't fuck around with, and that's fresh water sources, drinking water. And this tech requires a lot of it to cool down all those massive data centers and AI centers that they've been building. You got meta centers and stuff like that being built up, but it's rapidly growing because everybody's using this technology now. Okay, so hey, we in these times, man. We're in these times where the value of man is beginning to skyrocket even further. All right, we're seeing judgment being put on Eve for all the wickedness that she's done over the years. It's catching up to her, man, in a big way. Eve is being judged. Okay, you had that Gardenian pact with Esau and Edom, and Esau's divorcing you. He's showing you that he never really loved you in the first place. He was just using you to destroy us, and you fell for it. So now you destroyed your kings, and your kings don't want you. You know, you got a lot of black fatigue going on right now, but even more so, black woman fatigue, which is a reason why y'all are losing your jobs. You're the first one to go. Everybody's tired of this whole pick me, you know, bow down to Eve. I'm a black queen, you know, I'm the prize shit, and nobody's looks at you like that no more. So Eve is about to be put back in her place. You know, I just came across a video of this black woman posting a video saying that she was learning how to make bread because she wants to attract a husband. So now Eve is finally wanting to get in the kitchen. Now you want to cook. Now you're going to cook when all of a sudden there ain't going to be nothing to cook because this society's about to collapse. It's too late. You know? Now you want to try to figure out how to be a wife, how to serve a man. It's too late, man. You had your time, you had your chance, and you blew it. This is the book of Isaiah 32. Verse 9 says, Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters, give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Okay? So many days and years you got trouble coming. And different reports like this floating around on the internet. This right here is showing you that this prophecy is being activated. The beginning of Eve's trouble has started. Many days and years, okay, you're going to be troubled. You're going to be the less desired, you've already been the less desired woman to have because of the evilness and the evil, wicked spirit y'all have. You know, but now it's about to be worse. It's going to continue to build up. It says, For the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. The vintage, right? The good times are going to stop. So now everybody's, you know, crying. You know, nobody's chasing y'all down no more. Nobody's begging to be with you. You got a lot of black women, single black mothers that are crying, you know, on social media. I don't have nobody, or, you know. But y'all are the ones that literally left. You used to being chased all your life, and now no, the men are not doing it, man. Men are just saying, count myself out. You got men that aren't even concerned with sex anymore. Like, they don't even want it. They just want their peace that bad because of how evil, how much trauma y'all done put us through over the years. Okay? Verse 11 says, Trouble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. Right? You got to put sackcloth on, you know, instead of all that proud, look at me, you know, attention-seeking clothing. You're going to put clothing on that's going to be the exact opposite. You're not going to want to be looked at because you're going to be worried of men, different little groups of men, militias and stuff that's going to be boots on the ground in the United States. Okay, you're going to have different countries over here, and they're going to be having their way with these women. If you know what I'm talking about, man. The little gangs, marauders are going to be throughout the city and areas where men try to take shelter, and they're just going to grab you up and have their way and take turns until you perish, and they're going to be brutal about it. You know? So, at time, you're going to want to put sackcloth on, man. You're not going to want to go out no more in yoga pants. You're going to treat yoga pants like the plague in that day very soon. You're going to want to hide your figure, not show it off. For all these decades, y'all been doing that, wanting to show off everything. You know, sexitizing, advertising, sexitizing, you know, if that's even a word, but that's what y'all have done, man. This is Isaiah 13:12 says, I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. Right, men are going to be back made to the original status, the original order and structure that society was supposed to be. the hierarchy, correct hierarchy system. The man at the top, the woman, then the children. Okay? Not the woman at the top, then the children, then the man. Because right now, that's what it's currently in. It's an opposite, backward society. Women think that they are the men, that they are the prize to be chased after. No. Y'all were never supposed to be getting down on one knee to propose to. You're supposed to propose to the man. You're supposed to ask the man to be your husband and serve him and prove that you're worthy of that position and that title. But as soon as all these jobs begin to happen more and more, and women lose more and more work, they're going to realize that they've never had a husband this whole time, because right now they've been okay with living the life they've been wanted to, because they got a man to take care of them, which is Esau Edom, the government assistance, give you Section 8 housing, give you food stamps, give you jobs, say, hey, look, don't work for your husband, come work at this office in this center, this bus driving place, whatever these women choose to throw away their marriages over to go do. Choose to destroy, sabotage their family and their home to go work for a different man when you're supposed to work for your husband. Your husband, if you do right and you act right, then then the man has the support he needs to establish his businesses and things like that, man. And then what does he do? He takes that business, and that's what you work for. You work on his business, and that builds a future for your children and him. That's the natural order, but y'all chose this white man. Y'all chose this damn devil. You'd rather pick the Section 8 house. You'd rather choose the food stamps so you can get away with talking to men however you want, treating them however you want, and having all the options with no consequences. It's a very selfish, demonic-like mindset to start adopting and being in, but that's what majority of those women have, that mentality. But the Lord is going to be making us the prize again. Okay? Man more precious than fine gold. You won't find it nowhere in the scriptures where it's going to say a woman is more precious than fine gold. The only scripture that talks about the woman's value and how it's high, okay, would be the Proverbs 31 woman, man. Okay? Which is a virtuous woman. A virtuous woman is harder to find than rubies. Okay? Submissive, kind, sweet, humble, virtuous woman that listens to her man, doesn't belittle him, doesn't disrespect him, doesn't talk back, doesn't spit in his face, tear his things up, take his property. Because anytime something don't go y'all women's way, you try to punish the man for wanting to leave you because you're being wicked and evil. No, you became unbearable. And you don't deserve to be with nobody but how you treat your man. But the Lord is beginning to make the man the prize again. This is Isaiah 32:2. It says, and a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as a shadow of a great rock in a weary land. So men are just going to be ultimately the biggest safety net soon. All these other jobs and things that women rely on to dog men out and say they don't need a man, all those things, all the tools about to be taken away from them. So they're going to be coming in droves. Okay? But you're going to be vetted and weeded out. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 4 verse 1. It says, and in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. Let's read it again in the NLT, so there's no confusion in what the scripture is talking about. Isaiah 4:1. In that day, so few men will be left, that 7 women will fight for each man, saying, "Let us all marry you. We will provide our own food and clothing. Only let us take your name so we won't be mocked as old maids." Okay? So, at the end of the day, man, this is going to happen. This is going to happen. Everything that's happened in society is starting to build this mentality and this spirit up. But anybody that was playing games, when they came across this message this morning and waved a hand at it, then took it serious, you're going to fall victim of all the stuff that's coming. Okay? So you're going to have 7 women for each one man. That's how bad things are going to get out there. But the Lord is going to put you on a spirit to be vetting people. You can't just let anybody in. You're going to know how to vet. So, Lord's will, lessons edifying though. But I'm going to close out. Give all praises, honor, glory to Yahweh, by Shem Shai, by Shem Kakadash. The honor to our apostles, elders, great millstone, taught us truth will well. Citation, hopefully, puts us truth and honesty, sincerity. Shalom.